What is up, everybody? Welcome to the transparency. Finally back in the comfort of my own home with all my own things. I'll give the notifications a chance to click in. Hello. Waiting to see everybody. What is good? Bear with the raspiness. This is how my voice used to always be when I coached, so. Oh, you guys, it's blue versus pink, man. We're going to talk about it. Again, it's going to be back. God, I love being I love to travel, but yeah, I like my things. So what's up, everybody? Get your asses in here. I'm going to show the live. Well, I'm going to play the live from the conference hearing, status update and all that stuff. We're going to break down some of these dates that are coming up. But we got to talk about, you guys. The blues are starting to come out, man. It's going to be blue versus pink. All right, so take a look at it. There it is. I have this calendar up for a reason because I want to show you guys something. I think I put it in a community chat. I was like, when did we think that this trial would happen? They had to have it within 365 days. And was there going to be some strategy here? Because I was shocked that Bev announces I wasn't going to have this trial at this time. It wasn't like based off of if the Commonwealth says, hey, we worked with the defense and with our schedules and everything that's coming up and to accommodate, everybody here that we picked. Here's some dates that we're going to throw out. It was like Bev came with the date. So I don't know if that's standard in Massachusetts. But what we see a lot of in Idaho is that Ann Taylor and Bill Thompson having a lot of say in a lot of dates. So before I play it, in case you guys need to know this, I will be covering the Donald Edelson case as far as a trial goes when school's back in session. I'm going to show a little bit of clips of stuff that I take from the trial that's going on right now. It's day one. And I think I'm going to do late night recaps for those that can't sit through a trial, all day, that I was going to take an hour to 2 hours and have it on fast time speed and already have some timestamps that are the most important parts of the Black Swan trial that's going on. The daughter of Doug was on the stand today, by the way. The defense, I think, had a pretty good hit there with the cousin that testified before the daughter. But then you guys are going to start hearing a lot of my Jose Baez coverage. Jose Baez wants journalists to come out because of what the lead detective did. So I've actually been in talks there's no gag in that case. Hopefully there doesn't, that a gag does not come. But we have been in communication with Jose Baez's team and telling them that, hey, there's going to be a platform out there that is backing, if you see something, say something. And he did his own personal press conference. He never does it. I'm going to play it on this channel. And there's going to be a lot of coverage. It's the Shanna Gardner, Jared Bridegan case. It's a murder for hire case, but it's really, really interesting to me because, first of all, Shanna Gardner went out and got Jose Baez. Jose Baez is one of the best preps in the game of as far as defense. I think he's even more prepared when you want to talk about he'll come with graphs. He'll come with a lot of demonstrative exhibits for trials for the jury. He really does a really good job with the juries to lay everything out. So I think even more so than Alan Jackson. But I think Alan Jackson is just, he's just so smooth, and people can people like him. So he's really likable, I think, for the jury. Jose has a name out there that thinks that he goes and defends, criminals versus I'm just a criminal defense attorney. I don't defend criminals, but he has that name. So, and then what else? Obviously, a lot of stuff's going to be going on with Idaho 4 and Idaho, period, with the Drake Moore case. So, and then Delphi. Delphi is going to be a tough one, you guys, on how we're going to be able to do this, because they're not going to freaking budge on these cameras. And I think it's just completely unbelievable. Like crazy. We should, So again, hello to everybody. When notifications to click in, hopefully I usually try to run for like 5 minutes, and we've done that. So let's do this. Now I went with this breaking news that you guys are going to see.
Good afternoon. I'm Jessica Brown.
And I'm Erica Tarantel. We're interrupting programming to bring you.
Okay, boom. Right here. We are interrupting programming. We are interrupting programming to bring you the live Karen Read status conference. Whoa, right? Whoa. ABC's breaking coverage. So we want to talk about Karen Read 2.0. This is national news. This is all over the place. Netflix just came out today and said, yes, we are doing a 3-part docu-series on the Karen Read case. They did not say when that was going to be like released or anything like that, but they went ahead and made it known. Boom. So I want everybody to take note, take judicial notice of the fact that ABC broke coverage to do this. Also, they got a new camera angle for outside the courthouse. We're going to talk about that. So ABC, breaking news, they broke away from their programming to cut in for this.
A court-ordered meeting in the Karen Read murder case. We're expecting to learn what comes next after a mistrial was declared, maybe the date for a new trial.
The mistrial was declared 3 weeks ago when the jury said it could not come to an agreement. Since then, the defense filed a motion to dismiss 2 of the 3 counts against Read. Let's watch right now and see what's happened. Let's listen in.
Good afternoon, Ms. Giannetti. Good afternoon, Ms. Read. All right, so the case is scheduled today for trial assignment, and what I'd like to do is to get 3 dates. I'm aware that a motion to dismiss has been filed. I'd like to get a quick date on that, and I'm glad you're here, Mr. Weinberg, because I'd like it.
Okay, so right there she says she wants to get 3 dates. When I was watching this, I was like, oh, this is great. She's going to throw out 3 dates. Like, hey, guys, about the trial starting. Like, what dates are we going to do? Here's 3 dates. How does this work? Okay. So I thought when I was first listening real time, oh, great. She's going to throw out 3 dates. Let's see what we can. No, when she's talking about 3 dates, this is what she's talking about.
Like it to be with your schedule. Then we need a trial date and we need a final trial conference.
So she wants to talk. She wants to put a date in for the motion to dismiss. She wants a trial date, and then she wants the final pre-trial conference date.
So I was thinking on the motion to dismiss, can we do it a week from Friday? It would be for oral argument only.
From the defendant's perspective, yes, Your Honor.
All right, I think that's August 2nd. Mr. Clerk.
I'm going to be out of state. I return on August 3rd.
Okay. August 9th? Are you available? 2 o'clock. Are you available, Mr. Weinberg, on August 9th? Mr. Lally, is the Commonwealth available on August 9th?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so that's for oral argument only, okay?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. All right.
All right, that means oral argument only. There will not be a decision made. oral argument only. So you guys can go ahead and take your little Karen Reed trial freaking planners and go ahead and do your motion to dismiss will be heard orally. Now, you can totally tell that these lawyers have no relationship. None. If these lawyers had any type of relationship where they could communicate via email, they could have come up with these dates themselves, okay? And could have had inputs where, like, let's look at our schedules again. I just know I think that should have to, like, be a thing. You think about anything that you do in life. You go to go to the doctors, all right? You go make an appointment, right? They tell you available dates that they have, and you tell them when you're available. And then you come to, like, okay, when does it work for you? When does it work for you? Okay, and then you pick your date. And so this shows me that there is no communication whatsoever between these two sides. None.
So given the schedule, and I assume whatever I end up doing on the motion to dismiss will be appealed, in an effort to make sure we have plenty of time, I would like to schedule the jury trial on January 27th.
Okay, so right there she says, regardless on how I side, there's going to be an appeal. One of the sides is not going to be happy that I either, grant the motion or that I don't grant the motion. So there's an appeal. So she's counting already out that how many days the appeal would have to be in. Then it's, responded back to, then it's heard, and then it's ruled on. If they're going to take it all the way up to blah, blah, blah. So she's expecting for her decision, regardless of what she says, one side is not going to be happy and one side's going to appeal it. I agree. I think that's, wouldn't you? I think that you have to preserve the record too. So you're going to go ahead and appeal. I mean, if they don't, you're going to go to the higher courts if you can. So yeah, Mark Bedra said this could have been an email and save the state expenses. I'm a common sense and a logical person. Okay. And then you're going to sprinkle a little bit extra with how my brains connect dots chronologically like that. But like I just gave the example, these two sides don't talk whatsoever. Okay. Now, then we just hear her say, okay, I'm looking at a trial date. So that means she went through her schedule and she went and she decided on January 27th, 2025. Okay. Here we go. January 27th, 2025. She wants the two parties to look at their calendars.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Eddie?
That should be fine.
Okay, so January 27th for trial.
Now, right there, Unetti says that should be fine. Lally says whatever. How long did the first trial take? Let's go ahead and take a look. January. Is this strategic? I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. Is this strategic? Do they think that there's going to be less people standing outside, maybe protesting if this is in the winter, versus in the summer? I think I gave my thoughts on that. I was there when it was hot as balls. Okay. And I don't think people in that area are not going to go out because of the weather. I will say that leading up to that date of January 27th, you're dealing with two major holidays and Thanksgiving and Christmas and then New Year's. So you can go ahead and just wipe out completely one of the weeks, okay, for the Thanksgiving week of anything that you're going to do. And then you can go ahead and wipe out the Christmas week, I believe, in the week after Christmas. So right there, you're going to be wiping out 3 work weeks that you're going to be doing anything, in my opinion. Also, I think that that this plays into the hands of like having it then, I would think that Alan Jackson could attend, because if he's having his, holidays with his family and then, heads on out after the holidays. But what you're going to hear right here is a very interesting statement by Yannetti, because he's looking at his calendar and he's realizing that he has something. So, by the way, I'd rather stand outside in the cold and be able to bundle up, okay? Because of who I am, that's fine with me. I'd rather be in than be sweating and I don't know, just the cold wouldn't bother me at all.
And let's do the final trial conference the week of the 13th, and read on the week of the 6th. Do you have the calendar, Mr. Clerk, or any of those days?
Yeah, there's nothing, just not the 9th or the 16th, but all the days are open.
Your Honor, the only caveat, I don't have anything on the 27th. I'm clear for that day, but for the fact that I have a Superior Court trial scheduled to begin in Essex County on January 13th. There are multiple.
How long do you expect it to
That's what I was getting to. That could take longer than 2 weeks. I'm happy to have this case take priority over that, but that's.
No, we'll hold it for you day to day if need be, and I can contact the Essex Superior Court judge once you know who he or she is.
Yeah, that's not ideal. In terms of preparing for trial, I can't do 2 or 3 week Superior Court trial and then jump into this case. I can't do that.
Okay? So what are you telling me? You just said you're willing to make this a priority, so we'll stick with the 27th?
Well, okay. Well, why don't we do this? Let's put it on for the 27th. Let me see if I can make peace in Essex County. And then on the next date, when we come back for oral argument, if I can readdress the court on that issue.
Okay, I'm happy to talk to Judge McCarthy and Mr. Raj up there about this.
It's okay, that's great.
All right, so let's set it for the.
Okay, so what I believe would be ideal for Yannetti is that let the Karen Reed trial begin on the 27th, and then Beverly is going to talk to this judge to see if that trial can start after the Karen Reed case. But I believe what Yannetti's basically getting at is I have to do my due diligence with each of these cases. And that would mean I'm not jumping into the case with Karen Reed after just sitting through a 2 week, 3 week, trial. How am I supposed to be prepping? Like that's not what you do. You don't do that. And so either way, these two trials can't be back to back. He needs time to transition into the other case, whether it be this case goes first, that case goes first. It doesn't matter. Can you imagine if Yannetti did a trial and did a case for 2 to 3 weeks before Karen Reed's case? When would he be doing anything with the team those 2 to 3 weeks prior to? And everybody can say, well, they already have all the material, yada, yada, yada. This is why I said I'd rather have this trial start, October 31st or October 1st, end of September. Because it's so fresh. We have the material, that's why I didn't want it to wait all the way till the next summer. I think that's way too long. I like the January 27th date. I think it's fair. I think it's 6 months, right? You got August, September, October, November, December, January. So you're looking at about, like I said, 6 months, but you're going to have to go ahead and just throw out 3 weeks because holidays. But But once again, I cannot, again, this is just mind boggling to me that the defense and the Commonwealth wouldn't have had any type of communication to see what each other's schedules look like, because you're not just dealing with Yannetti's schedule, you're dealing with Little's schedule and Alan Jackson's schedule if they are representing her. Okay. So you're dealing with Lally's schedule, and then you're dealing with 3 attorneys, two out of state. So, and then here's Bev. She's just like, well, this is what. So Bev's basically saying February and March. Like I said, this is going to go into March and through March. So you're going to be dealing with March Madness. You're going to be dealing with St. Patrick's Day. Okay. You're going to be dealing with, just think about it, February and March. Okay. March is a party month. I love March. My birthday's in March. I'm a Pisces. How about a verdict on freaking St. Patrick's Day? We want to talk about people getting rowdy in Boston. All right. I'm just saying. DY, yes, confirmed. I was going to talk about that there at the end. When is Easter this year? I haven't looked. Let's continue.
For the 27th. And why don't we do the 14th for final trial conference?
The 14th at 9 or 2?
2.
2.
If it turns out that we have, in excess of 35, whatever motions eliminate still at that point, let us know, and then we will try and get the whole day. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honor.
All eyes support, please. Meet 9 at 2 p.m.
All right. So 2 p.m. Is going to be the oral arguments for the motion to dismiss. Okay.
We're
Now
listening to the status conference being held for the Karen Reed case here.
check this out. Here it is.
Friend police officer John O'Keefe.
Look at this new camera. So this is where they would stand to do their interviews on the stairs across the way. Okay. And do you see the pink and the blue? Pink and blue. Do you want to know why people all don't have pink on the right side? Because do you remember the whole, you couldn't wear pink that close or do anything like that? You had to do everything like way over, like, I shouldn't say way over, but the next street, like over. So now I think it's interesting that they went with the color blue. It's, oh my God, it's like a baby reveal, blue versus pink. Yeah, someone's going to win. Or maybe it's going to be twins. So when I saw this, I was like, all right, look at the people on the right. They don't have their pink on. They would always wear pink, right? But why wouldn't they have pink on? Because of all the rules that were put out. So are the rules gone? Are the rules gone? Because this wasn't allowed. So why did it change? You know what I mean? Like, we just had a juror come out and say that. Look at this.
Striking him with her SUV. And so originally she was facing 3 charges. The defense would like 2 of those charges dropped, including the second-degree murder charge and leaving him to die, leaving the scene of a deadly accident. Those 2 charges, specifically because they say 2 jurors who could not come to an agreement on all of the charges have come to them to say they were unanimous in not guilty verdicts on those 2 charges. So they don't believe that Reed should be retried.
Look at that sign. America backs the blue. Do you understand that this is now becoming that they're not just wearing blue because it's like, hey, we're wearing blue for John. They're wearing blue. Okay. And because they're going to try to make it seem like the prosecution is being backed by the police, by the blue. America, see that? America backs the blue. I literally fell over. I said, wow, what do you understand what they are creating right now? This is going to create, like, do you remember Bev said nobody could go over there and be in uniform and shit like that if you're a cop? I'm so confused. I mean, I'm really not, but everybody should be so confused at what we're seeing right here. Everybody should think that this is a problem, and this is going to be a huge, huge problem. What I mean by that is down the road. I mean, this is going to be intense. This is going to be, like, this is, if you think that town's divided, this is good luck with these. So let me ask you this then. Are the blue people going to have to stay to the right side? And then, because when it comes out to be the non-buffer zone, are the blue people going to get, if you're in a blue t-shirt, you can be on this side of the street, and the pink shirts get to be on that side of the street? I mean, where are you going? How are you going to do this? This is wild. When I saw this, I about fell down. An attorney said, with argument motion to commute. Yeah, I guess they could be witnesses for that. If they're, yeah. I think Bev could be a witness. Bev talked to the jurors all afterward when she went in that room. But then I keep going back to this. Well, guys, guess what? This is not going to be at this courthouse. This is not going to be heard here, right? So maybe they're just allowing this because this is getting moved. The motion, it will be put in to obviously move this. So it's going to be moved, right? So maybe it's just like whatever. That's why Aiden wore blue yesterday. He was trolling them. It was great. I didn't even get to see that. I'm going to pull it up here in a second, but this has no business being at this courthouse. So maybe it's just like, hey, we're going to let people do whatever they want. I don't think that from everything that I was told and everything that I heard being there, you have cops that support Karen Reed, and then you have cops that, don't support Karen Reed because they're supporting like the blue, but that's few and far between because a lot of cops are actually pissed off at people like Proctor and the investigation. So I just think this is going to cause problems. So you could wear a certain color shirt, and that means you can be over on that side, but then really you're going to be a jackass, or you could be over there in the. This is just. You should be able to. I'm sorry, go wherever the hell you want. This is America, and you can't tell me that I can't stand over there because I have a certain shirt on. Like, are we going back to like? Is this segregation? What the fuck? This is wild. I just think that this is crazy. But this is going to be a complete. This needs to move. Make people have to travel
for
far.
those. For some insight into that argument, we do have Martha Coakley with us.
All right, so I want to hear what Martha Coakley had to say.
So defense has filed several affidavits and a motion essentially saying they believe, based on at least 2 direct juror contact and some indirect contact with other 2 jurors, that the jury in effect had reached a verdict of not guilty on the murder charge as well as the lesser charge, that they were only hung on that motor vehicle charge, and that as a result of that, the judge should dismiss those charges. In other words, claiming that she's essentially acquitted and double jeopardy would attach to that. Prosecution is saying, no, that's not the law. That's not how this works. And you can tell the judge is giving a great deal of thought to all of these issues. We weren't sure if she would hear that argument today, but it technically wasn't up for today. And she, I think, wanted to make sure counsel had enough notice. She will hear oral argument. My guess is she will want to do a written decision, particularly since she noted whichever side loses on that will want to take it up on appeal. And that's also the reason why I think she put the trial date off into the first month of 2025.
So let me ask you this, because we talked about, you just mentioned the appeal. There were a lot of questions about what was going to be happening at the status conference here. Could this go on even further than that? I mean, what could happen in the meantime before all of these dates start?
Well, she'll decide that motion. The prosecution has made it clear they want to go forward on all three charges that she was indicted on. And whatever her decision is, she's allowing time if the side that doesn't like the decision, in other words, if she denies it, the defense would want to potentially take it up on appeal. That could move relatively quickly, but it still takes a while for it to go up the ladder, even if the appeals court would hear it. And so she's left that time period. My sense is that she will deny this motion. They will attempt to take it on appeal. The court could take it up, but also might say this is an interlocutory appeal, meaning it's in between and it's not one of the things we would decide here until and unless everything else is finished. So any decision further on that could be delayed until after the trial, if it goes forward in January, is completed.
So we're looking at live pictures of Karen Read now leaving the courthouse. She has supporters who've gathered there. She has folks who really are supporting the O'Keefe family and the prosecution there as well. So a large crowd, as we've gotten used to, is there in Dedham listening to what happens in this case. Martha, very shortly after the mistrial was declared, the prosecution said they did want to retry the case. And at the time, we were talking about the potential for not trying on all three charges. Once again, does it surprise you that it seems that that is their intention, despite the long time it took the jury to deliberate, that ultimately they didn't come to a conclusion, and the fact that there is word, at least according to the defense, that a number of the jurors were going to find her not guilty on the most serious charges?
Doesn't surprise me at this stage. The prosecution would say, by and large, we're going forward with all of these charges. That doesn't mean that they can't negotiate. That doesn't mean even on the eve of trial, before the jury is sworn, they could drop a charge. But they've indicated that they want to go forward with this. And at this stage where there's still some arguing over whether there was in fact a verdict that could be acknowledged on those other two charges, they are going to go forward with all three charges.
All right, Martha Coakley, we appreciate your time as always and your insight on this case and, of course, many others. Thank you so much. Once again, the retrial for the Karen Read case, January 27th. Of course, we're going to continue having coverage of all the developments regarding this case right here on News Center 5.
Yeah, have a good afternoon. We'll see you back here at
Okay. Whatever. I mean, what a mess. What a mess. I'd be putting in a change of venue. Because your change of venue is going to immediately impact that wherever you're going to be holding it. Oh, thank you, baby. Yeah. Hold on one second. Okay, so this blue movement is a shame and the problem in this case. If people have a hard time finding Cameron not guilty, it's because the evidence points that way, but because they don't want to go against law enforcement. Yeah, and that would enhance this little move. But I think picking this date, I would think has really truly no. Wouldn't it change if you change the venue? Then you're gonna have to go with wherever you're changing this to. You're going to be going off of that courthouse's availability. So then you're going to have to look at. They're going to be motioning to change. There's going to be a motion for a change of venue really quick because you want to get, just like in the Idaho 4 case, we needed to see if we're moving this because then all the dates and what's open and where we're going to be at and blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't make that decision right before the trial, you know. They need and they're going to need a way bigger courtroom. Maybe a courtroom that actually has an AC that's not like, I don't know, 100 years old where it's so loud or something like that. I mean, come on. Yeah. We got real problems over here. We got to get our Roblox together, okay? Because we're taking down the world. Check it now. Oh, shit. Anyways, I don't really think there's any. I don't think January 27th is going to stick for the date. So yeah, that's what I think. What I think about this whole division. Ooh, baby. The O'Keefes had Boston police escort in yesterday. Gonna take a look at something else I want to show you guys. Let's come over here. I'm just in disbelief. You know, I'm just really disappointed in the jurors.
I have the police department because I just encountered crusty panties in the wild. And I went to my car to get my wallet because I'm running low on water. I want to go to CVS and get a water. And I walk by and she doesn't move. She just stands right there. She's being protected by a cop, Officer Cowley, badge 213. And he told me that she doesn't have to move, that she was there first and she has a right to be there. Okay. So that's not how it works though. This is not how it works. So we're down here at the police department.
Holy shit.
I have a right to be here. I have a right to walk. He told me you could walk the other way. I don't have to walk the other way. I'm a free person living in a free country. I'll walk whatever way I want. I found that way to be the most convenient because I wanted to walk that way. And I don't have to explain why I want to walk that way. Again, on February 26th, the fake victim came into court holding a restraining order. And I knew the order required me to leave the courtroom. I had to leave because she had an order on me. She had an order on me. And and I left and I went where a Dedham police officer told me it was safe to go, a safe distance away, and I was still charged with violating a restraining order. Whereas here, it's like, I mean, even though I was in the courtroom first, I still had to leave in that case because that's how orders work. Doesn't matter if you're there first. If you're in a restaurant or a grocery store and somebody with an order walks in there, you have to leave. These orders are serious. With violating an order against her, still. Who wants to tell her?
I want to see what.
Street that takes you to the parking lot behind the registry of deeds. So I'm coming up there and I go across that crosswalk. What's that street the courthouse is on? High Street. So I cross High Street and she's standing right there at the end of the.
Dude, he has to document his every move because, like, these people are insane. Yeah, they remind me of certain people, but Jesus.
The crosswalk. And the officer's response was, you could use a different crosswalk. Well, not if I want to go to CVS, number one. And number two, I don't have to use a different crosswalk. My life does not have to be inconvenienced because I have a restraining order on her. Her life, like she is the one with restrictions on where she can be, not me. She needs to move, not me. And that order needs to be communicated to the sergeant because he clearly doesn't understand how restraining orders work.
Okay. All right, I will have our sergeant call him to talk to him about that, and we'll go from there. And if you want, I can have the deputy call you when he's in.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Can I get your phone number?
Yeah, one sec. Let me mute this.
I will let him know. Let me check his.
Ridiculous.
Like, yeah, we want the law applied accordingly, you know, like it's equal, like if this is the law in Dedham that I have to leave a courthouse because even though I'm there first, then so does she.
Well, he should be back in tomorrow. He's actually on the day today.
But as far as today goes, she needs to leave.
Okay, well, it depends on what she is. If she's 10 yards away from you, then she's fine. But
Yeah, but what if I want to walk back and forth, I have a right to walk back and forth and I'm not going to be victim blamed and told that I'm seeking her out. I'm not seeking her out. I walk around. It's my job. That's what I do. I film, I walk around, I get the lay of the land. She doesn't, like my freedoms are not restricted. Hers are.
okay, well, we'll let that sergeant know.
Okay.
To keep her at least 10 yards from you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
He's right because he has a right to do his job. You can't impede somebody from doing their job. And she is strictly going down there to do what? Okay. They're like, wow, these people didn't, like, they still live in high school, man. This is just, like, be an adult. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, let's take a look at this one.
I don't know. All right, guys, are we live? Let's see.
There he
We're
is.
walking into
What's
here with
up,
Scott
Scott?
McGinnis here. How you doing, Scott?
I had to
Let's
grab
see.
that one. I
I'm
wanted to
seeing
get that
if-
clip.
Let's see. I don't see any thumbs up. Let's see, 20, 30 seconds in. I don't know.
I got that clip for you, Scott.
There's already a lot of people out
Yeah.
Well, he's out of his still in here. I was trying to find it
if we're live
faster.
on your, because I see 0 people here. Hold on. Let me check.
I just got a notification.
That I'm live?
Yeah.
Okay, I see somebody there
These
now.
notifications are so slow when you go from your mobile phone. It sucks.
You came here anyway, so that's on.
How many
really?
t-shirts you fucking selling?
Didn't you try to do it
Yeah.
for a free motorcycle?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay, what's this?
Pussy, he said.
Pussy.
Oh, wait.
That's 10 yards right there. She's definitely within 10 yards of me, knowing she has an order on me. She came here anyway, so that's on her. That's on her. All right, so here we go. Oh, we got a couple of supporters of cop killers here. Here we are. Here they are. All right.
What's up, pussy?
Oh, what's up, pussy? He said,
Pussy.
I am? How am I a pussy?
You're a pussy. You like to spread lies, misinformation.
Aren't you the guy that ripped off the
I don't
Weymouth
think
police?
So. That was all bullshit.
The
Chestnuts were with me.
No, I don't think the Chestnuts like you very much. Really? How much money did you make off that? How much
They were
money
there, you fucking pussy.
How much money did
You're
you
a
make off
fucking
that?
pussy.
How much money did you make off that?
You're a
Tony?
fucking pussy.
How
I made
much
nothing
did you
because I
make
did it
that?
for free, you fucking jackass.
Oh,
How many
really?
t-shirts you fucking selling?
Didn't you try to do it
Yeah.
for a free motorcycle?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So if you'll excuse me, I'm just trying to walk
Yeah,
by
okay.
here,
You
sir.
get my face on there, you fucking pussy.
Unfortunately, I
Yeah,
do.
put it on there, you fucking jackass.
Okay, so this is how
Yeah,
they behave
okay.
on the other side.
Yeah, okay.
This is how the
Okay.
supporters of the McAlberts
Who's
behave
you call?
right
Whose
here.
mother you call a cunt?
This is how they
Okay,
behave.
mother's a cunt. You
This
fucking
is how
pussy.
they behave. This is how they
Yeah.
behave.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is the people claiming to want justice for John, but really they're just supporting cop killers. They're supporting the cop killing McAlberts. That's what they're here to do. So these are cop killing McAlberts.
Tony
Yes.
says
The people who, these are the people supporting the cop murdered John O'Keefe in cold blood. They murdered him. They murdered John O'Keefe in cold blood. Yes, they did. How's my skin? Oh, it was. Why would I be going back? Why would I be going back? Well, I didn't kill someone like Jen McCabe, Brian Albert, and them all did. I didn't kill anyone, but they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They murdered him. They murdered John O'Keefe in cold blood. They threw him outside like trash. He was a police officer. And they murdered him. They left him outside to die like trash. Look at these people. They're here to support cop killers. They're here to cop killers. They're here to support cop killers. Yes, they are. Yes, he's so mad. He's so mad. Who are you? Yeah, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Find out, son.
Who are you? What am I going to find out? What am I going to find out?
Yeah.
So you're here to support the cop killers, correct?
Yeah.
So what's your name?
What's your
What's
fucking
your
name, sir?
No, we don't need that. What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir? Do you have a name or? I mean, are you proud to support cop killers like the McAlberts, sir? Are you? Are you proud to support? Well, the ARCA experts say that she didn't hit him.
I'm supporting a factually innocent woman.
The jury. Well, sir. Well, the jury voted 12-0 to acquit her, though.
No, they actually didn't.
They didn't. It was actually confirmed by Christina Rex again today. Yet another person. Yet another person. Oh no, a rubber ducky. A rubber ducky. Watch out. I know you guys are really scared of rubber duckies. I know you guys are really scared of rubber duckies. I know you guys are really scared of rubber duckies. So anyway, what do you guys think of the ARCA experts? Any comment on them? Any comment on them?
Big t-shirt
No?
guy you are.
Okay.
I back the O'Keefe family.
No, you don't.
Not you clown.
No, you don't. Any comment on ripping off Michael Chesney's family, Tony?
Coming. Are you scared? You
Okay.
pussy?
Yeah, I am scared, Tony. I'm real scared of
You
you.
are scared.
I am. You're right. I am. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate that. I'm really scared of you.
Joe,
Thank you.
come on.
I'm really scared of you, Tony. So anyway, this is the other side. These are the kind of degenerates that come out for the other side. Just look at this guy. His name is Tony Federico.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, where have they been? I don't know. I'd ask them, but
What is that noise?
In trouble by Officer Wade. And I almost got charged by Officer Good back then.
oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
All right.
Is Officer
What's
Good
up?
corrupt?
Yes, I believe they're all corrupt.
Yep, they are.
How are we doing over here, guys? So we got more people here. Excellent.
Coming out to support the cause? Excellent. So the person who has a restraining order, who you have a restraining order on, is here, I believe?
All the way down
Yeah.
there.
I crossed the street and she didn't get away from more than 10 yards away from me. So that
Everybody
would be a
has-
violation of the order. We're gonna
Everybody has restraining orders on everybody. No one's going out to support Karen Reed. Everybody has restraining orders on everybody.
talk to the police later about that. But you can go wherever. Anyway, get a tape measure out because she's not leaving. She's right down there. How's it going? How's it matter if she's here first? Does that matter?
Yes, she has the right to be here also. So
Not if I'm here. Like I'm. This right now is a violation.
You want to get to your car, you can cross at that crosswalk. Walk in front of the.
I'm talking to the officer.
All right.
Excuse me. I'm trying to talk to the officer.
He doesn't have to film him.
It doesn't matter.
You don't have to film him.
Sir, excuse me.
You can film it. It's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter who's here first according to an order. You know that, right?
You could cross there and avoid her.
I just crossed. I came from here.
Yeah, but you're intentionally trying to walk near her.
What do you mean intentionally? This is the fastest way.
No, you could walk there. It's a square.
But first of all, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to get something to drink down there because I'm running low on water. And I'm going to come back this way. But like, she can't be here. I mean, this is an order. She can? You're sure of that? So when I was inside that courthouse and somebody with an order walked in on me, right? I had to leave even though I was there first, right?
She was here. You're trying to initiate contact with her.
I am. I'm not trying to initiate contact. I'm just walking towards the protest. But I'm just saying, if I want to walk by here, that's a problem.
Every right to walk by here.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, just so we're clear, she's violating the order right now by being within 10 yards of me.
No.
And you're not telling her to leave.
No.
If I want to stand here, really? Okay. All right. Thank you. There we go. Can I just ask you, sir, what's your name, please?
Bali 213.
What is it?
Bali 213.
How do you spell that?
CAWLUI.
CAWLUI. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna pull up a couple documents here. Love documents. Let's take a look. Damn. Where is my this is gonna be, I just wanted to stick to the facts. Let's go with this one. Okay. Oopsies. United States District Court. Make sure you guys can see that if it's big enough. Okay. This is Kevin S. Clapp versus Governor Charles Baker et al. Defendants. So. I want to look at it a different way. Hold on 1 second. Bam. 41 people named. Kevin S. Clapp is the plaintiff, is an individual residing in Brockton. Okay. The defendants all reside in Massachusetts and also, so there's a 2-year statute of limitations for claim for the tort of negligence and a 3-year statute of limitation for civil rights violation claims under this. The incident happened to the plaintiff on March 8, 2016. A large part of this action lies on the negligence, and special damages are well over $12 million. Jesus. A large part of the actions lie on negligence, and the special damages are well over $12 million. And continuing resisting arrest, charged with stalking, charged with 2 counts of threats to commit a crime to kill Trooper John Fanning and his wife, also charged with criminal harassment. Each one of the defendants have violated the plaintiff's constitutional rights, his civil rights, his human rights. Governor Charles Baker violated the plaintiff's constitutional rights and his human rights by engaging from 2013 to date in such a reckless manner to use his job position as governor of Massachusetts to engage in a conspiracy himself by his influence to other state agencies. Governor Charles Barker has met me 3 times and told me on my last visit to the State House in 2017 that he has chosen to not help me, as I did remind him that his wife told him when I was in his kitchen after my mother at age 98 was brutally beaten at the Clark House. What? Rehab center in Westwood. What? Somebody beat a 98-year-old woman? She quoted Charlie, "If you help Kevin, you will never be governor." My mother subsequently died from her injuries of a lower... What? Jeez. Since that time, I've kept in contact with the governor, thinking that he was going to help me get justice. Rather, he engaged in a vindictive, reckless manner, and he has and continues to use a campaign at retaliation through numerous state agencies, in which I was even told by several upper-level individuals that Governor Charles Baker is out to get you. Further, Governor Baker knew of my pending criminal case and outcome of all not guilties on March 9, 2018 by Dedham District Court jury. The governor was aware that the following state troopers assigned to the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, Michael W. Morzetti's office, Trooper John M. Fanning, Trooper... What the hell? Ooh, Tully's named. Trooper Tobin and Trooper Brian P. Tully's, Trooper Scott Cairns did willfully and maliciously submit false police reports. Damn. Oh, shit. Damn. They've been just doing it. I think he's the biggest liar of them all right there. They have engaged in outrageous conduct and are still employed after the overwhelming evidence of police misconduct and false arrests. Trooper Bruce Tobin committed perjury with other troopers to falsely accuse and falsely charge the plaintiff to be charged with an arrestable felony by lying under oath to obtain such arrest. Damn. Trooper Bruce Tobin, being the ringleader who submitted a fraudulent police report under the pains and penalties of perjury, is to arrest the plaintiff, who in fact never committed any crime. The troopers also used excessive force, violated their own use of force policy, never showed any arrest warrant to the plaintiff, never identified themselves as state police officers, showed no badges, guns, flashlights, or anything to show their authority of a badge. Also, Trooper Vincent Now. It is undisputed and with overwhelming evidence. I want to see this evidence that I can prove to this court and the governor, to the court, that Governor Charles Baker has taken part in such vindictive way. Here we go. Michael. Damn. Engaged in conspire. Damn. Well, outside of a church, people go to church to just pray, man. Well, outside of church, came up to me and stated to me, "Your days are numbered, and if I were you were smart, you would drop your mother's murder case." Damn. He also stated he would go to the very end to protect his elected job position in his department against anything I make public. The following state troopers are sent to Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. Damn. I want to see these police reports. They have engaged in outrageous conduct and are still employed, man. This is crazy. This has been going on for forever, man, in that community. The plaintiff who, in fact, never committed a crime. You gotta see those police reports. Okay, has engaged in retaining the employment of masters since he knew though me what was not qualified for the job that he had been involved in. What? Trooper Vanning was involved in a what? What? I lived in Key West. When was this? I could totally ask my peeps. Holy shit, what? Trooper Fanning was not qualified for the job that he had been involved in a rape of a transvestite in Key West, Florida at the guest quarters suite hotel in the hotel room of such victim who was willing to come forward and testify against the defendant in the rape and sodomizing that took place in January or February of 2005. What? While the defendant was still employed as a police officer with the Mass Police Department. Whoa. Further knew of the mental health issues of the defendant and also knew the defendant was a member of the South Boston gang involved in drug distribution with his parents. What? The defendant also while on probation as a Massachusetts trooper. South Boston gang. Damn. Knife fight. We continue to make sure that the state police internal affairs unit was never exposed to this. Oh my God. Further, the client directed that the trooper John Fanning was a male. What? Oh my God. Was a male prostitute and was hired and was a hire for sex police officers engaging in foreseeable. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh boy. Trooper Fanning was a danger to himself and the general public. The state police were negligent in not doing a well-documented and honest background check. Had this been done, he never would have been hired. Trooper Fanning also had and still has a violent outburst towards dogs. And this plaintiff has witnessed the inhumane abuse towards his own dog. The following state troopers assigned to the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office did willfully maliciously submit false police reports, committed perjury while testifying in court, engaged in violations of the plaintiff, chemical civil rights, human rights, and constitutional rights. They have engaged in outrageous conduct and are still employed after the overwhelming evidence of police misconduct and false arrest. Trooper Bruce Tobin committed perjury with others. The plaintiff who has been Daniel Bennett, Secretary of Public Safety. Let's look into him. Has engaged in reckless and careless disregard and has known through me and others of the reckless and careless disregard of keeping Trooper John M. Fanning employed in such a capacity as to harm himself and others. Plaintiff re-alleges and incorporates here in the allege number 3 for the deal. Is this a sealed document? As a result, the plaintiff Kevin Clapp, after a 4-day jury trial, it's 4 days, did receive all not guilties. Wow. The following state troopers assigned. Okay. Has engaged in reckless and careless disregard for the plaintiff's. This is the wrong venue since the alleged one. Okay. The proper venue should have been Norfolk Jail. Because of this, the plaintiff was taken to Brockton District Court, where there was no pending matter before the court. The judge even said, "Why is he here?" As a result of the default was issued and so an arrest warrant of so. Further, after being booked in the Plymouth jail, I was stripped of my clothing, and 3 correctional officers laughed at me and gave me some type of green plastic to put around me and told me that was my cell. What? These people are so fucking sick. Having worked in corrections, it is referred to as the boat. The bench, white metal to sleep on, is only 12 inches wide, no pillow or blanket. These conditions were deplorable and a violation of, oh my God. Ooh. Judge Paul Wally, Chief of Justice of this court, after making several phone calls to Oh, thank you. I'm getting the clap stuff. I make it clap. Dude, this is going to bring out everything out of the closet. Like when you got all eyes on stuff, like mad diggers out here. Holy shit. What is that, Brooke? Damn. Let me take a look. Hold on 1 second. Jeez. This is just really basically what he's claiming back up here. This has everything to do with right here. The defendant, also while on probation as a Massachusetts state trooper or during his state police academy training, did engage in a serious knife fight and continued to make sure that the state police internal affairs unit never exposed this. It means he has dirt on people. It means he's doing shit with the people. Further, the client had direct knowledge Trooper John Fanning was a male prostitute. Can I get a picture of John Fanning? Jesus. Who dat? Who dat? this is what's in Sandra Birchmore's basically like that. They just didn't have sex with Sandra Birchmore, but that they told her to have sex with other people in the police department. That's the same shit. Like, I would agree with that, Scott. Scott says, well, it's quite obvious that the framing of Karen Reed is simply the latest and greatest glimpse of the vast corruption that had to be in place for the Karen Reed framing to occur to begin with. Yeah, you guys, if you have dirt on people, hey, it's like, all right, go ahead. You're going down too because I have you on this, and this from a different case, or I have you on this, you know. When did this get filed? 2018 in September, so. How did this not make like big time news? Wait a second. Mark Cohen, Mass State Police, Middleborough Barracks, was a sergeant at the time of the incident. Isn't he one of the guys that they've had on shows when they've done like, does anybody know this name? Where is it? $26. Yeah, right here. Or does he just share his name with like a lawyer? Paramedic. You need to have a paramedic that's dirty. If you want to, you guys saw how the paramedics were brought in on the Karen Reed case. Interested in that Stephen Nickerson name too. Jesus Christ. Retired judge, but active as per diem judge. Judge Robert Zeman. Judge, whoa. How many judges are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, let me see if I have this other thing that just was sent to me. All right, hold on. I'm going to share this picture. All right, who's who? He is the one on the left. All right. I just need to get this out to my peeps in Key West. You guys know I used to live there, right? This will be answered so quickly. All right. And I love Key West. bringing trash to my towns. Hey Heather, if you're still in chat, I'm sending you a picture, and I need you to send this to you know who. Okay. 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 I had this debate with Turtle Boy last year. Turtle Boy narrowed the focus to simply corrupt Trooper Proctor in the Karen Reed frame job. I have always said the corruption is far more vast. Yeah, and actually, what I'm starting to believe about Trooper Proctor is. Trooper Scott Kearns committed perjury in his report, broke into my home, and stole all of my legal drugs. The fuck? When I got them back, 120 Percocets were missing. False arrest, use excessive force. Jesus. Sergeant Brian Brooks committed perjury on his report, broke into my home, and stole all my legal drugs. When I got them back, 120 Percocets were missing. So basically, both of their names run probably that same police report. Trooper John M. Fanning engaged in filing a false report, committing perjury, conspiring with Leo Murray and paying him money to make false 911 calls and to report a crime that never took place. The fuck? Is this D. Salva person? Is he the same one that's in the Sandra Birchmore case? Is it Trooper Andrew DeSalva or no? The Team Community Action Team? Or do they just happen to have the same last name? Andrew DeSalva. I think that Proctor is just a peon too. He's way low level. He's way low level. Did you guys see Buchanan on the stand? Buchanan. Dirty. So, so you're telling me that Andrew D. Salva is the same person that's in the Birchmore case, right? The Team Community Action Team. What the cat? Team assigned a community action team. Interesting. Let me take a look at that name. I'm going to give you guys another one. Deep diving on something here really quick with you guys present, I guess. I should start a new thread. Is this guy Clapp still alive? Does anybody know? All right, here's the case. Plaintiff Kevin Clapp alleges that numerous state and local actors conspired to violate his constitutional rights in connection with his 2016 arrest for threatening to kill a state trooper. Presently before the court is defendant James. I should dismiss the complaint. Clapping. Because Flanagan was a clerk, magistrate, was performing a judicial function when he issued Clapp's arrest warrant and is therefore entitled to a quasi-judicial qualified immunity. The motion is to be dismissed. Wow. Alternatively, the motion would be granted in any case because Clapp has failed to allege that Flanagan violated his constitutional rights. I was going to say, what lawyer wrote all that shit? Because did he do it pro se? Clapp alleges that his mother was beaten to death by a nurse's aide at her nursing home and passed away on November 21st, 2013. Clapp believes that Officer Catherine McCarran and Chief. Ooh, yes, it is. Failed to bring charges against his mother's alleged attacker. He claims that Officer McCarran was told by an unidentified person not to prosecute the case and that Chief Salvat did not like Clapp. Wow. Why wouldn't this just be investigated on its own if somebody was beaten? Like, how does that not, like, I mean, nobody took pictures to show, like, I mean, Jesus. On March 8th, 2016, and again, the first assistant quick message. Signed an arrest warrant for. So Clapp was arrested for threatening to kill State Trooper John Fanning and his wife. According to the affidavit supporting the warrant, Clapp believes that Fanning had purposely covered up the police department's investigation of Clapp's mother's death. Interesting. If that's a closed case, that discovery should be available. Clapp allegedly sent aggressive text messages and made calls in which he threatened to kill. Fanning and his wife referenced that he knew where Fanning lived. Fanning's married. Clapp asserts that the warrant lacked evidence or merit and that Fanning committed perjury and conspired with state and local officials to falsely accuse him. These phone calls weren't recorded. Clapp was arrested on the warrant and held in custody for one night. He was subsequently released on conditions including cash bail and GPS monitoring. On March 9th, 2018, following a trial, when was he arrested? March 8th, 2016. Wow. 2 years to go to trial. 78 other defendants. Woo. So then it was amended. So then it was 40. On March 14, 2018, the court dismissed all claims under Title III. All claims against all but 8 defendants and all official capacity monetary damage claims against all 8 defendants. So interesting. Who was the person that supposedly beat his mom up? Does anybody know that? Is Fanning a known transvestite or on the down low? What is all of this saying? I mean, all I can tell you is this, is that if that was put in a complaint and you can't prove that, you can go after somebody for defamation. So did Fanning go after this guy for defamation? He was only put on a $1,500 cash bail for threatening to kill a police officer. Yeah, this is fucked up. Oh, holy shit. It's like Lally brings 67 witnesses, but none of them are telling the truth. They all just perjure themselves. She was in a nursing home, I know. Like, they don't understand. Like, somebody that works for the nursing home beat. So who was the person that beat the mom? His mom. Because that's what you would want to go look at. You want to know who that person is and see who they're connected to. Because if I had heard, how do you let a 98-year-old get, beat up? Oh, she was at the Clark House Rehab Center in Westwood, Mass. Let's just see who worked there in August of 2023. 2013. Who runs the Clark House Rehab Center in Westwood, Massachusetts? Is it government run? Let me take a look. Hey, Heather, who owns the Clark House Rehab Center in Westwood, Massachusetts? Is that government run or is it private? Sounds like it's government when I say house rehab center. Okay, guys, in his United States District Court amended complaint, he says in his complaint and claim for jury trial, because this would you wouldn't be putting this in there, but whatever. He is saying that Fanning, the defendant, also while on probation as a Massachusetts state trooper or during his state police academy training, did engage in a serious knife fight and continued to make sure that the state police internal affairs unit never exposed this. Further, Colonel Richard McCowan knew and had direct knowledge that Trooper John Fanning was a male prostitute and was a hired for sex police officer engaging in foreseeable sex acts with men or women for hire. Trooper Fanning was a danger to himself and the general public. And normally when you write stuff like that that's what you can, like, why didn't Fanning hit him up with like a defamation? That's pretty defamatory to say if you can't prove that and then that's when he says that he can prove it because he can get a guy from QS to come forward. Bring that back up. right here. Richard McCone, retired Massachusetts State Police, has engaged in retaining the employment of Massachusetts State Police John Manning since he knew through me and others. He just didn't, since he knew, he's supposed to say through me and others, that Trooper Fanning was not qualified for the job, that he had been involved in a rape of a transvestite in Key West, Florida at the guest quarter suite home, and that this victim, such victim, is willing to come forward and testify against the defendant in the rape and sodomizing that took place in January and February of 2005, while the defendant was still employed as a police officer. And the reason I have a ton of interest in this is because this, ladies and gentlemen, is and has everything to do with the Sandra Birchmore case. This is exactly what Sandra Birchmore is alleging. And when they got the text messages and everything, it proves true that they were grooming her and that they basically like pimped her out. And that's what they're saying here. That the defendant, also while on probation as Massachusetts State Police, so this guy Fanning, he got into some serious knife fight, but Internal Affairs never exposed it further. The colonel had direct knowledge that Trooper John Fanning was a male prostitute and was a hire. Was a hire for sex police officer engaging in forcible sex acts with men or women for hire. Wow. He says, did he do this himself? Because if he would have, there's probably, I want to see what was signed here at the end. Oh, another time I went to the Denham probate court and the GPS went off. I was with my brother. He was upset when I called the Elmo Center. They had told me Jesus. On 2 occasions. Oh boy. Where's the signature? There you go. Pro se. Is this guy still alive? Can I just give him a call? Is he dead? I'm just going to call him. Yes. These people are sick. These people need help.
Hi, you have reached Kevin on his cell phone at 617-413-2770. I am unable to take the call while I'm driving. Please leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you and have a great day and a better tomorrow.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, this message is for Kevin Clapp. If this is Kevin Clapp's number. Thank you. Look forward to speaking with you. Well, why not? I don't know if he's still alive. It sounded like it was an older man. We'll see. If not, we'll get the right number. The whole house is coming down. Jesus. Ugh. All right. I'll do some digging on that. I've done a lot of digging on Idaho, so I have to put out a bunch of stuff that I had on that. This is gonna keep me up. But I think we should talk to the person that allegedly beat the shit out of this woman. So we'll do some stuff. Advice to him was keep the cross-dressing and drinking at home. Hey, don't bring that shit around here. But when we need to use you, we'll give you a call. And we'll put you to use. I don't know. This is all just sick. Sick. We're actually trying to get a couple more reports in the Sandra Birchmore case. I don't even know, 4 new FOIA requests. Like all of this stuff we should be able to get our hands on it. I mean, what the fuck? Anyways, going through the motions, had this guy on. Oh, so he's still alive. Kevin S. Clapp. Perfect. I want to talk to him. I want to know who the guy is that beat the shit out of a 98-year-old woman. What a piece of shit. All right, guys, on that note, on your way out, hit the thumbs up, share the video, use the comment section, let me know what you think. Unfortunately, this was done pro se, and that's what happens when you do stuff pro se. Ugh. But hey, it's out here. That's a start. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for being here. We will catch you on the flip side. Peace.